This video will work through problem 4.5 from Gapenski's Healthcare Finance, 6th edition. So the first part of this problem, part A, asks us to compare the balance sheet for Best Care to the one presented in 4.1 for Sunnyvale. Some differences. So Sunnyvale is a clinic. Best Care is an HMO. I underline that, right? So you're going to, because they're different businesses, they're going to look a little different. Some of the things they do are going to look different. So let's see. Your book your book gets at, receivables are going to, where's receivable? We got premium receivables, right? And so that's going to be different, right? Because a clinic isn't going to have premium receivables. Let's see, what else? Probably as relatively speaking, managed care plan is going to have more cash on hand in order to pay bills, because that's what they do, is they pay bills. They take premiums in, they pay bills. And then they would have a larger amount of payables, and specifically payables for medical services. So that's it for, really for part A, is making little comparisons. What we're trying to do is, or what the book is trying to do, is get you to compare and recognize that businesses in different industries are going to, their financial statements are going to look a little different depending on what they do, what kind of services or products they do or make. All right, so now let's do some math. So part B says, what is Best Care's net working capital for 2015? So I'm going to abbreviate net working capital as NWC, and net working capital is current assets, right? Or I'm going to abbreviate them as C/A minus current liabilities, or C/L. That's kind of a standard shorthand for current assets and current liabilities. So we need to look at, to calculate net working capital, we need to know what are the current assets and what are the current liabilities. Well, the book has the balance sheet worked out so that you can see current assets are 3.945. So 3.945, and current liabilities are listed as total current liabilities 3.456. So getting our handy dandy calculator here. You don't need to see what I did for lunch. 3.945 minus 3.456 gives us 489. So net working capital is 489,000. Okay. Next question. What is Best Care's debt ratio? And how does it compare with Sunnyvale's debt ratio? Okay. So debt ratio, we'll abbreviate as DR, is equal to total liabilities divided by total assets. So total liabilities, not current liabilities, but total liabilities, is 7751. And we just go to the bottom line of the asset portion and find total assets of 9869. So 7751 divided by 9869 gives us 78.5%. Okay. To get Sunnyvale's, we've got to go to Sunnyvale. And Sunnyvale's debt ratio, again, total liabilities divided by total assets. Total liabilities is, this was for 15, so 100, 747. divided by total assets, 154,815. So 100, 747 divided by 154, 815. 154, 815 gives us 65%, 65.1%. So quite a bit of difference between the two. So as I said in one of the prior problems, when you start working with ratios like the debt ratio, you have to know something about the firm. You have to know what kind of business the firm is in to know whether the debt ratio is appropriate or not. So the question is 78.5% appropriate for a managed care plan and 65.1% appropriate for a clinic? And it is not appropriate to compare um, a managed care plan to a clinic to try to determine whether one of the other or the other is doing better. You really want to compare a clinic to a clinic and a managed care plan to a managed care plan. But in general, managed care plans do carry more debt relative to their assets than provider organizations do. But we don't have a appropriate benchmark to compare it to here. The thing you should know is you shouldn't compare the debt ratio of a clinic to the debt ratio of a managed care plan and expect to actually have anything meaningful to say afterwards.